It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey everybody, I'm your host, the man sitting in the middle, Ernie Johnson, with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Well, what a treat. The NBA postseason begins. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they come into the playoffs as the 4th seed in the Western Conference, and both 4 and 5 seeds look strong. This has the makings of a great series. And this is it, Shaq. 16 teams left. Start of the NBA playoffs. What do the higher seeds need to do to avoid an upset?
Well, it reminds me of Kenny's Ferrari. You want everything to be running right.
Yep.
Efficiency, don't give anything away.
I agree. It does. But you have to dictate your pace, even know how fast you're going, Shaq. You can't just go out and boom and go off the cuss. So it's really important to dictate the pace.
Time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Round 1 in the Western Conference begins. The Rockets face a familiar opponent, but a new challenge. The start of what the entire season has led up to. Now, behind the roar of thousands, they march confidently into battle against the Utah Jazz. Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here. Game 1. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. They continue to spread the load, trying to compensate for the injured Dante Exum.
I mean, injuries, they're a part of the game. I mean, every team goes through it, and you just have to find a way to make do in that situation.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Now, here's Rubio. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Back to Paul. Harden outside. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And here's Ingles outside. Rockets with the rebound. Harden scanning the floor. Paul against Rubio. Paul dishes to Harden. Over Mitchell. Again, the Rockets score.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Harden against Rubio. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Mitchell with it. Shot clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Pushing the action, Donovan Mitchell has an innate ability to make people foul him.
This is his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
That one misses.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
The shot, no good. Good D by Rubio. They need this. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Rubio.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
He said he thinks his team is in a good place mentally and should come out strong tonight. Coach told me, we know this is the kind of moment where heroes are made. And GOATs as well. All eyes are going to be on us, and I told our guys that this is our time to shine. Well, we'll see if they can do that, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Rubio. To the middle, kicks it out to Mitchell. A three-pointer, no good. Houston leading by 5. Green finds Paul. Great D that time from Favors.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Pass to Mitchell. Poke loose. Shoots from the elbow. And again, it's Utah.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell. Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward.
Call outside. He kicks it to Capella. Tries from 10. He can't hit that time. So Utah will take it the other way. The drive by Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Rubio. On the wing, Mitchell. Favors passes to Rubio. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Tucker, and he makes that one.
This is what you want, delivering the ball to Favors where he doesn't have to put it on the deck.
Green bounce pass. Harden has a wide open look. The Rockets again can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Favors kicks to Ingles. And the pass to Rubio. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Pass to Ingles. A three. Harden grabs the miss. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Rubio taking his time here. Mitchell against Harden. Mitchell kicks to Rubio. With his first shot attempt. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Rubio's got his first basket.
In the pick and roll, the pick and pop, Rubio usually looks to beat you with the pass. That time, creates for himself.
And here's Harden for 3. Rebound, Utah. Mitchell outside. Pass to Gobert. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert can't hit.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Paul outside, inside. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Green against Ingles. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Can't sleep on Joe Ingles. Knows how to pick his spots and when to be aggressive.
Harden against Favors. And the dunk by Capella.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's Mitchell. Back to Ingles. Harden against Favors. Kicks it to Ingles. From deep three-point range. On the wing, Ingles. Mitchell passes to Favors. The fadeaway. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. Paul outside. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell against Harden. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Lobs it up for Favors. Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Favors. And here is Mitchell. Here's Ingles. Mitchell passes to Favors. Over Green. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Paul looking around. There's the triple. And another 3 for Houston.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Harden against Mitchell. To end the cold streak, and the 3 ball is good. Mitchell's got 7 points.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Trading bombs from beyond the arc is getting personal.
There's the pass to Harden. Right wing. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Utah calls timeout. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Crowder comes in for Derek Favors. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Korver in for Donovan Mitchell. Now here is Sefolosha. He kicks it to Crowder. Pass to Rubio. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer on the way. New 24 for Utah. Sefolosha finds Rubio. Back to Sefolosha. Over Shumpert. Another miss by Utah.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now here's Rivers. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Fader on the way. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Jazz trail by 10. And here is Sefolosha. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Rubio with it. Picked up by Rivers. Cephalosha misses. Rocket shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Shumpert against Korver. The feed now to Fareed. And now it's Rubio running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Rubio's got it back down to single digits for Utah.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
Rivers dishes to Gordon. .58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Rivers. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Rubio, the pass to Udo. On the wing, Korver, guarded by Shumpert. Cephalosha against Gordon. Now here is Cephalosha. Tight defense on him. That shot misses. Houston leading by 10. Right side, Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Houston shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Rockets, Aaron Gordon. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Eric Gordon. Here is Rubio. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Crowder. And here's Cephalosha for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D-Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Hot right out of the gate, generating some early confidence and building on that lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've got Kenneth Fareed. Austin Rivers is out there with Iman Shumpert. And there's Gordon. Then it's Nene in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Cephalosha. Following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. Shumpert against Korver. Kicks to Udo. Outside Crowder. No good on the triple. And so Nene will bring it up for the Rockets. Rivers looking over the floor. In the corner, it's Gordon. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Missed inside. And here's Korver from the arc. Rockets with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Gordon. No good that time. Here's Udo. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. Rivers against Rubio. And then Rivers with the dunk.
One of Rivers' pet moves, the dribble drive. He has the size and length to do damage off of it.
And Rubio kicks to Udo. Cephalosha against Gordon. Now Cephalosha. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Rivers finds Gordon. Bangs home the trifecta. Gordon's got 5 now.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Utah calls timeout. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. Udo, the pass to Rubio. He kicks it to Crowder. O'Neal against Gordon. Pass to Rubio. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Rivers. Fareed dishes to Nene. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Nene. Here's Rubio. Outside Crowder. Now the pass to O'Neal. Back to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio outside. Here's the 3. That shot off. Houston leading by 14. Outside jumper. Rivers in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Fareed. And it's Houston with another.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jazz trail by 16. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. And again, unable to change momentum here. In the corner, it's Gordon. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Utah's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Korver passes to O'Neal. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. O'Neal's got his first 3 points of the game.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by the Rockets.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert comes in for Udo. And it's Mitchell in for Ricky Rubio. Rockets leading by 16. Harden left side. Tucker. And it's off from 3-point range. Jazz have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Houston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Harden outside. His three-pointer is off the mark. Jazz trail by 16. Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Paul.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. The Jazz shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Paul against Mitchell. Pass to O'Neal. Now here's Gobert. He's guarded closely. And they pick up 2.
His role is primarily defense, but you like to see Gobert getting involved with his scoring.
Feeds to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. Passes it to Korver. Now O'Neal, guarded by Harden. O'Neal against Green. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. With 1 on the clock, and then Favors with the dunk.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Now here's Paul. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. And here's Korver from the arc. Can't hit that one. So Houston will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Harden. Mitchell against Paul. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz trail by 14. Mitchell outside. The pass to Korver. Mitchell against Paul. 6 to shoot. Back to Gobert. Shoots over Capella. That one a little long.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Paul kicks to Harden. Here's Tucker. The Rockets again can't hit. Jazz shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Mitchell dishes to Korver. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Favors. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell against Paul. Kicks to Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
John Green at the line for 2.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Here is Korver. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Harden outside from deep. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Favors surveying the floor. Pass to Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. The drive by Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Tucker's got 6 rebounds in the game.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now here's Green. He's got 5. The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Green.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Korver against Harden. Inside. Favors can't get it to go.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Ball finds Harden. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Tucker's got 6.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Passes it to Gobert. Green against Ingles. Mitchell wide open. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now here's Harden. 15 points in the game.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Mitchell passes to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Harden against Korver. Launches it. And James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Mitchell outside. Tipped away. Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. He has 6.
Gobert bouncing off defenders, took a ton of contact and still scored.
Paul with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Kenneth Faried's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Gerald Green. Utah also making some changes. Cephalosha comes in for Derek Favors. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kyle Korver. Capella kicks to Gordon. Back to Capella. Paul left side. 4 on the shot clock. Gordon outside. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Jazz trail by 18. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. Mitchell against Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I just don't know how you defend Donovan Mitchell. He's a dangerous offensive player, and he's learning how to get to the free throw line.
The Jazz have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far. And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here. And Mitchell drops them both. Rockets leading by 16. Harden with it. 18 points for him. Over Mitchell. And that one hits back iron. And so it's the Houston Rockets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. And when we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Round one action of the playoffs continuing on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at the Rockets, boy, have they ever started this series off on the right foot. They've thrown down the gauntlet here in Game 1 with their intensity and effectiveness on both ends of the floor. Now, they've got a little bit of an intimidation factor going into the second half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
James Harden pretty much uncoverable in the first half. Went deep into his bag of tricks. Too big to body up. Too quick to stand in front of. It takes great team defense just to have a shot at slowing them down.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round one in the NBA playoffs. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Yeah, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first two quarters, that's exactly what he was.
It's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round one in the NBA playoffs. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Rubio in at the one spot. Now, here's Ingles. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Rockets with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Ingles against Green. He kicks to Paul. The shot, no good. Good D by Rubio. Jazz trail by 16. Mitchell outside. Rubio finds Gobert. Mitchell against Harden. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. And he's good on the three ball. Mitchell's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Utah. Harden outside. Ingles against Capella. Up and in on the layup. Capella's got 8 points. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Rubio against Paul. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Mitchell up top. 17 points in the game. Rubio in the corner. The Jazz working the ball around now. Ingles passes to Favors. Launches it. Ingles can't get it to go.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Ball outside. The pass to Capella. Over Gobert. And it's Capella missing. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Ingles. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 5th assist in this one.
Joe Ingles on the attack. Give me great offense over great defense any day of the week.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Paul, right side, back to Capella. It's good. He's got 10.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now, here's Rubio. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. A three-pointer off the mark. Houston leading by 15. Ball outside. Pass to Harden. The three. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 17. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Favors. No good with the triple. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Harden draws the double. Paul outside. A 3-ball. No good on that one. And Utah the other way now. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
For Houston, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And he makes the first.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they've performed at the line.
So for the Rockets, Nene comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Shumpert in there for Green. Jay Crowder's checked in for Utah. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Harden hits them both. Jazz trail by 17. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Shumpert against Mitchell. They double him with Shumpert. Clock at 4. Here's Gobert. Buries the easy one. Gobert's got 8 points.
Nice job by Rudy Gobert. What concentration on that shot by the big fella.
Shumpert in the corner. That's tipped. Utah's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Offensive rebound. Outside Crowder. Here's the floater. And Rubio with the lay-in. He's got 6.
For Rubio, he's someone who doesn't necessarily finish much at the rim, so hitting the floater, it's key.
To the left wing, Paul for three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Mitchell against Shumpert. A floater, and Mitchell with a nice bucket inside. Mitchell's got 19 points.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
On the wing, Shumpert. Rubio against Paul. Down low. Now here's Shumpert. He's covered closely. In transition, here come the Jazz. From 12 feet out. And he wills that one in.
Timeout.
Sinking right through off the back iron.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And this comeback was fueled by doing it on both ends of the floor. Let's see if they have that same energy level to keep this up.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Fareed's checked in for Capella. Gordon comes in for Shumpert. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Here is Korver. James Harden picking up that last basket. Now here's Korver. Taken away by Nene. And here's Harden. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udoh. That'll be his second foul of the game. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Royce O'Neal. Harden against Korver. Harden draws the double. Wants to get it to Fareed and does. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Harden. Rivers has got 6.
I mean, he's extremely confident and aggressive. Rivers loves to take it up inside.
Korver dishes to Sefolosha. Six to shoot. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Korver against Harden. Harden draws the double. Kicks it to Rivers. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Another miss by Utah.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's Harden with the drive and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Harden. Ricky Rubio checked in for Utah. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the foul on Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston on D. 22 is their biggest lead. Rubio finds Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell.
Boy, he's focused. Rivers has the intensity and size to defend at a high level.
Gordon, the pass to Harden. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Utah calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. And so it's Utah here with the ball, trailing by 19. The kick out to Crowder. Will it go? That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists here tonight. Rockets leading by 16. Pass to Harden. Launches a 3. Rebound, Utah.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Mitchell kicks to Udo. Lets it go from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. To the middle. Here's Rivers. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Rivers has got 8 points.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Rubio finds Crowder. Mitchell outside. 1:44 left in the third. Udo trying to free himself up. Offline with his 3. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. And here's Gordon from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 11.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Now here is Cephalosha. Clock at 6. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Rivers can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 21. Pass to Rubio. Over Rivers. Another miss by Utah. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 15-3 run right now. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Here's Cephalosha. The Rockets making the shot. Shot from 12. Yep, it counts. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Harden against Mitchell. Harden outside. Good D by Mitchell. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Rockets on top, ending the third quarter with a tremendous 17-5 run. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And we're back to the action here in this round one matchup. Houston leading by 21. Gordon is at the 2 with Green playing the 3. Kenneth Faried is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And it's Gordon missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Rivers passes to Gordon. It's Rivers on the wing. Covered by Rubio. 3-pointer. Rubio with the rebound. Jazz trail by 18. And the pass to Mitchell. And Faried sends it back. Mitchell against Gordon. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Back to Rivers, and Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Reed, and Chris Paul subbed in for Rivers. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. To the wing right side. Another miss by Houston.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Ingles can't get it to go. Houston leading by 18. Green taking his time here. Paul for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 6 points for Chris Paul.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Takes the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup. 13 points for Eric Gordon.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Nice ball movement by Utah. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Rubio against Paul. Favors passes to Mitchell. He kicks to Rubio. Just 4 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Tucker.
That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
Fades. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Pass to Gobert. Now Ingles. Back to Gobert. Passes it to Rubio. Just 5 on the clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And then Favors with the dunk.
Favors using his imposing frame to rock the rim.
Rockets leading by 21. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Paul against Rubio. Over in the corner, Green. Offline with his 3. For Utah, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Favors. Now, here's Rubio. The pass to Gobert. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Green. Paul for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Favors has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. The dish to Rubio. Back to Gobert. Here's Favors. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
That's where a majority of Favors' points come from. So effective from the interior area of the floor.
Rockets leading by 19. Here's Paul. Poked loose. Now Rubio. Here's Mitchell. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 22 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Hey, continue to stack it up from three. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
On defense, Utah. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
One of the game's best free throw shooter. Chris Paul is not a guy you like to foul.
Here's Gordon. Goes up off the inbound, and it's sent back by Mitchell. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. That'll put Eric Gordon on the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. A free throw good from Eric Gordon. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. Kicks to Mitchell from 13. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the second half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Gordon penetrating. And he knocks down the first one. And Gordon drops them both. Here is Rubio. Mitchell outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. And Mitchell drops them both. Paul with the ball. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
goes Capella. He kicks to Tucker. Ball outside. Shot clock at 6.
Yeah, not a lot of success for them from three-point range here in the second half.
Ingles against Green. Now here's Rubio. Has to go Bear. Dishes to Mitchell. Favors inside. Guarded by Tucker. Pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. To the middle. Here's Ingles. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You won't see his feet too high off the ground, but Ingles finishes at the rim.
Paul against Rubio. Paul with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 18.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Left side Favors. Shoots over Tucker. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Favors got 6 points in the quarter.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's Tucker. Off target from three-point range. Jazz trail by 16. Inside. Favors can't get it to go. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Rockets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Harden against Mitchell.
Shooting for Houston, James Harden. Taking 2 shots.
Two.
Free throw good, James Harden.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
He's perfect from the line this time. Jazz trail by 18. And here's Rubio. Mitchell right side. No good on that one. Harden with the defensive effort. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And here's Rubio. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Mitchell up top, guarded by Harden. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And that's now 28 points for Donovan Mitchell. Rockets leading by 19. Paul finds Tucker. Houston moving it around. Capella, the pass to Tucker. On the wing, Harden. Rocket 6. Takes a 3. And no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Pass to Rubio. Tries a 3. And Utah another 3.
Not the most comfortable shot for Rubio, but give him credit. He doesn't turn it down.
Knocked away. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. He feeds it to Ingles. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The pass to Favors. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingles. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Harden draws the double. Pass to Tucker. To the wing right side. Lob pass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And if you're a teammate of Chris Paul's, you've always got to be ready to catch the pass.
Utah calls timeout. You got to like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
You know, that's how you send a message to open a series. There's always one player who's the difference maker in the playoffs. And I think we found our man. Jazz trail by 18. Rubio outside. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Mitchell. Rubio outside. At the elbow, it's Gobert. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Kicks it to Capella. Paul outside. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And that one falls for Paul. He hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the free throw line. Jazz trail by 19. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Passes to Favors. Mitchell outside. Stolen by Harden. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Rockets.
Better shooting from the charity stripe was what made the difference, I think, in this one.
Yeah, the concentration and focus was there, and I think that was what allowed them to win this war.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
Here's Paul. Derek Favors making his last shot. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Green kicks to Capella. They kick it out to Green. Over in the corner, Paul. Shot clock at 6. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Now, here's Rubio. Here's Mitchell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
5th team foul. Shooting for Utah, Donovan Mitchell.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Mitchell drops them both. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Shumpert dishes to Nene. O'Neal against Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rivers kicks to Clark. No good on the 3. Mitchell outside. So we see Houston taking the W here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much with Kenneth Faried. What was the key tonight?
Just keep attacking and keep playing strong. And, you know, my teammates that believe in me, just relock in and get focused and play my game.
Great team win tonight, Kenneth. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.